Hello, how you doing? How is everybody? Everybody doing well? I hope so. I do, I hope so. It's your girl Janine with Symphony Reads, and I am calling out to say thank you. It's an honor and privilege to be here with you. I thank you. I never take it for granted that you click on just to see what I'm talking about or what's going on according to Symphony Reads. If you want to join the journey, want to learn more, know more, jump on that train, hit the subscribe button, and you can also visit us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all Symphony Reads Ministry. Okay. Let's see. I'm not gonna be before you long. I got about no roughly 10 minutes. So I just wanted to come on to share. When something hits home to me, I just feel like, wow, it's like a light bulb kind of came on moment for me sometimes. And I just love to share that because I feel like, wow, if it blessed me, it can bless somebody else. So, excuse me, I'm a little nippy in here. Cut that off. I'm a little nippy today. It's a little rainy outside, so I have to have my sweater to keep me nice and warm. But anywho, so it couldn't have come to me at a better time. And before I get into that, let me tell you how you can reach us. Symphony Reads with an S at gmail.com. That's Symphony Reads with an S at gmail.com. Also, you can visit us, www.symphonyreads.com, and you can see all of our events. You can be a part and active on the blog that we have there. And as always, just informational of other resources that you might find helpful. And that is it. So getting back to this, so anytime it resonates with me that, that light bulb, that moment. And I think this has come at a time that we need to really take heed to this word. And I will read it. Ephesians 4:29 is coming from Ephesians 4:29. And it says, "Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but what is good for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers." Why am I talking about this? When I read it, I was like, wow, that is beautifully said. And it is so true. And we have a way, and that's all people, whether it was past, present, or maybe to come, I don't know. But we have a way of tearing each other apart. We know how to cut the jugular with our words. We know how to make you feel this small with our words. We know how to cuss you out. We know how to just throw every negative type dart in the world. And we do that effortlessly. I think we've all done it at some point, at some time in our lives. And I'm like, wow, we spend so much energy tearing each other apart. We should use that energy on something good, something positive. We should be lifting each other up with our words. We should be lifting each other up in love. Instead of tearing a person down, we should be lifting them up, especially if it's in a time of need. Our words should be gentle. They should be kind, truthful, but we can always find the way to tell the truth. You got it. In love. It's easy. It's not easy. it can be easy. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to share that because we live in a world where we tell each other what's on our minds and we don't take time to stop and think how that can affect somebody else. And we don't know what anybody goes through when they're home. People, all people, have a tendency to show you, to tell you what they want you to know. There are things that people are going through that we probably have all at some point have gone through something that we didn't let a single person know that is what we was going through. And it's like, well, why didn't you tell me? It's not about if I told you or not. We have our reasons for why we do what we do. And sometimes, mostly, that is to shield you from a grief or to shield you from the hurt and pain that maybe they themselves at some point has gone through. I have watched people, I have read about people, young, old, men, women, children, that have gone through the most resilient things that I couldn't imagine that they or anybody should have to go through. They conquered mountains that when I think of it, it's like, wow. They conquered this mountain. It's great. They fought a good fight, a battle, only to have their lives taken because people, what is the word I'm looking at? Bullied them with their words. People tore them down with their words. People stomped them like they were nothing into the ground with their words. There was a young girl, I think she couldn't have been more than 13, maybe 14, maybe even 12, even 12 to 14. I can't remember her age. And she had won a battle with cancer. I thought she was a beautiful young girl. And she ended up taking her own life because she was teased because she had a drooping on her face. She was, I guess you can consider, a little girl who seemed to be a little bit overweight. And I remember when that happened. And I was so proud and thrilled because this little girl just beat cancer in the butt. But then how can that girl end up taking her own life? I was perplexed. And it all came down to bullying. It came down to unkind words. It came down to what somebody would look at and kept pointing at an imperfection. But they had no clue what that little girl had been through. And that little girl couldn't take what was happening to her and thought it best that she took her own life. Words are powerful, and they do work like a two-edged sword. They can speak life into a person, and they can speak death. Words can hurt. I don't know wherever it came from, I remember saying back when I was young, sticks and stones may break my bones, and your words can never hurt me. Words can cut. you deeper than probably sometimes an actual blade. We have to be kind-hearted to one another. We don't know what anybody has been through or is going through. We don't know the triumphs and the strengths and the ups and downs of a person's life. So instead of tearing a person down because they look different than you or me, or they speak different, you or me, or because they might be considered short, big, too tall, freckly, very pale, too dark, whatever that is. Let's speak life into them. Let's speak life into each other. Let's speak love on one another. We shouldn't speak bad when we don't understand anything about a person's journey. So I just wanted to speak on that because it was weighing heavily on me. And I know I've talked about it probably before, but it's one of those things that can stand repeating. Let's build each other up. Let's raise the bar in ourselves. Let's truly stop listening before we speak. And I love this adage: if you don't have anything nice to say, then don't say anything at all. Be blessed. Until next time. Bye-bye.